We're getting ready for a long trip out west in a couple of weeks. So this weekend, we're going to do some needed maintenance on the RV. We're going to change the engine oil and we're going to change the generator oil. We'll show you a little bit of what we have and what we're gonna do. We use all Ford Motorcraft products for our maintenance. Air filter, oil filter, and we use the 5W20 synthetic blend motor oil. So the first thing we have to do is drain out the old oil. So we're doing that now. You can see the oil pan. Okay, so we have the oil all drained. We have the plug back in. We have the oil filter removed. Now we have to put a little oil in the filter so that we can put the new one on. So we have the oil filter back in, and now we're going to put the oil back in. We like using these 1-quart bottles because you don't need a funnel and it's easy to just get it right up in there and pour it. So we use these. We found the cheapest place to get the oil is from the Walmart website. We find that if you often go into the stores, they don't have enough bottles, but if you order it right on their website, it's cheaper and they ship it right to you. Well, we have all the oil in now, so we're gonna turn on the engine, let it run a minute, and then check the level, then we'll replace the air filter. So now we're gonna do the air filter. You unclip these 3 clips here and then remove this lid. The lid is a little bit hard to get off, but once you get it off, you just get the filter out and then you can replace it with a new one. The old one wasn't too bad, but since we're getting ready to go out on a long trip and we were changing the oil anyway, we decided it was best to change it. Now we grease all the grease fittings using a grease gun. And then we're finished with the engine maintenance. Now we're going to do the maintenance on our generator. We have Onan air filter and oil filter, and then we're going to change the oil as well. We have the generator oil changed. And we write right on the front cover when we do the service and what we do so that anybody who wants to do service knows what's been done previously. And we also record the hours on it at that time. again. We're on the road again on a 12-day Western adventure. We left yesterday, drove 8 hours, and we arrived at the Iowa 80 truck stop. It's the world's largest truck stop. We stayed here overnight. We're going to take a quick peek inside, and then we'll be on our way. Here's the entrance. We're going into the truck stop now. There's a lot of items to purchase, a mix of things. There's clothes, just general gifts. There's some trucks throughout. Also on the grounds of this truck stop is the Iowa Trucking Museum, so you can go see that. We have a giant buffet at this truck stop. The buffet is currently closed due to COVID, but the restaurant is still open. It's semi-truck inside, and this is a bunch of like trucking supplies. They also have showers, a theater, a dentist, laundry, barber, and chiropractor for any of your needs. There's also a food court here. They have a Wendy's, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and DQ. Right there in the corner, there's an arcade. Here's where we stayed last night. They had a lot of sites. They are very narrow, so no one can open any slides or anything. People do run their generators, so if you want a quiet spot, this is probably not the spot. But it is definitely an okay overnight. We got into a lot of bugs on the drive last night. So Tom is cleaning all the bugs off of the window. So there's the trucking museum that you can go and visit. So as you can see, this truck stop is sort of a little destination all its own. Place to stay, place to look around, and then the little museum to go and see. So we left the truck stop and we're on our way to our next destination, which is the Cabela's in Mitchell, South Dakota. It's 496 miles, so going to be a long day. Without stops, it'll be 8 hours. We'll probably make a couple small stops on the way. So that will be the next stop of our Western adventure. And then we're ultimately headed to Glacier National Park in Montana. So continue to follow. Hi, Tom. Tom's driving again. Made a stop at the world's only corn palace in Mitchell, South Dakota. It's a building with the whole outside of it's made with corn, all the decorations on it. celebrating 100 years. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see the corn, the shucks and stuff. You can go inside and there's little artifacts about corn. The pillars all look like different ears of corn. Here's a tractor.
Top quality
On
entertainment
the inside
there is.
here, there's like
Today,
a big
the Corn
auditorium
Palace
type
Festival
space.
tradition continues,
It has
with
more
many of the
pictures
brightest stars of the entertainment
that are
world
all
performing
made
in
of
the
the
palace.
corn. This is also
But
a
the
gift
Corn
shop.
Palace has always been about more than just the big name entertainment. It's a building that brings thousands of. In fact, USA Today has
See it
named
much
the
better
Corn
in
Palace
here.
as one of the
Of
top
those is
10
a little
places
ear
to
of
play high school
corn.
basketball games, and called it the Boston Gardens of the Midwest. It's a building that brings out
It's a pretty
community
neat
together.
place.
The Corn Palace
Worth
is
a quick
carved into
visit.
one-of-a-kind.
Here's the sitting area for the shows in the auditorium. And on the outside, there's a little garden area, little seating area. And then the pictures continue on this side of the building with the hair on the edges, and then the pictures themselves made of the ears of corn. Admission into the museum area and the gift shop, it's all free. So this is a great free stop in the area. This really neat rest area along I-90 in Chamberlain, South Dakota. It has this neat statue and an amazing view. So this is our second stop of the trip. We are at a campground called the Oasis in South Dakota. We were planning to stay at a rest stop last night. However, at 9:30 p.m. it was still 92 degrees. So we did not want to burn up our generator trying to run it all night to cool the camper down. So we decided to get a campground. The next stop we're making is the Badlands National Park. We'll spend 2 nights there. So that's to come. And our second day was a long day. We traveled 538 miles, about 10 hours. But this trip to the Badlands will be much shorter, only about an hour and a half.
Underpass Campground.
Stay tuned for our next episode. We'll be in Badlands National Park and then Custer State